今はりのように咲き Hey guys, welcome back to Dames for Games. This is our summer showcase and we are so excited to be here. If you hadn't noticed, I'm not alone this time. I have brought along a co-host to help me introduce all of the amazing things that we have coming up and the incredible people that we are going to interview later on in the show. But I'm going to let her introduce herself because she's amazing. She's incredible. And when we first met, I loved her energy. So tell the good people about yourself.
So hello everyone. I am Diana. I am based currently in Austin, Texas, but I'm originally from the Bronx, so excuse me. I have been in the industry for a very long while now, and I specialize in partnership management. Over the last decade, I've collaborated with some iconic IPs, and I'm just honored to be a part of this and to bring these sort of fantastic things. When I'm not chasing people down for their JIRAs, I am also either debating, movies and TV. You can catch me strategizing, and running some D&D games. I am super excited to be here, and I am so honored. And thank you so much for having me here.
No, thank you for coming on. Because listen, I know it's usually my face that you guys see, and I know you're super excited to see my face, but we are trying to bring in as many women in the industry as possible. Mm-hmm. And Diana, let's give you your flowers because you really have done a lot in the industry. You continue to do a lot. You continue to be one of those voices that people listen to when it comes to all sorts of things. So thank you for coming on and helping me host this special showcase, because if you guys don't know, we're kind of in a block of diversity, inclusivity, all of those things. We had Black Voices in Gaming, which I know you caught, incredible developers on there, and we have Stream for a Cause, who we're partnering with, who are highlighting the LGBTQ plus community and the gamers there and the content creators and the developers. So we're kind of just taking over, right?
Yes.
Today is the day.
So, honestly.
Yeah, today is the day.
Watch out.
Okay, we're coming for you in a positive way. In a positive way. Those weren't fighting words. We also want to thank our partners who have helped. This is gonna. It's a great start already. But I wanted to thank some of our partners who have helped us in the past and continue to help us. Basically help this platform flourish, and that's Twitch, that's Steam, that's IGN. You guys are just, I don't know, you've done so much. And GameSpot. Don't let me forget GameSpot. Mm-hmm. I also wanted to give a special shout out to the people who have given us money for all of our showcases. HeroCraft, y'all are the heroes of my heart. Mm-hmm. Steady. Mm-hmm. And Indie.io, formerly known as Freedom Games. Indie.io. Oh my God. You don't understand how big of a deal this is. We wanted to call it Indie.io, but then I was like, no, we need to put that dot in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I slipped up and didn't do it. But Indie.io, formerly known as Freedom Games, continues to be one of our biggest supporters. So thank you guys. Now, I could go on, and I always say this, but I won't. I'm just going to let the developers speak for themselves. So the first one up is HeroCraft. They created a very special video to showcase some of the women who work in their developing team. And then it's going to be followed by a lot of other developers. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. We will be back soon, won't we, Diana?
It's going to be fantastic.
This is going to be great. I'm going to go get some taquitos and some food, and then we'll be back. I'll share.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'll be right back too.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Jillian. I'm a social media specialist working in the tech industry, as well as the social media manager for Dames for Games. My gaming journey started when I first picked up the Game Boy to play Pokemon Red, and since then my passion for gaming has become such a big part of my life, and it's where I've been able to meet some lifelong friends. Gaming is truly for everyone, which is why I'm super excited to shout out one of our sponsors for this showcase, HeroCraft PC, who through their help we've been able to really organize these showcases to amplify all the amazing women developers and gamers in the gaming industry and community as a whole. With that being said, I'm super excited to introduce our next segment, which is all about cozy animal games. So snuggle up with your furry pals and let's dive into some of these awesome games.
Hey, Games for Games. This is HeroCraft PC, and my name is...
Not important. Hey, Games for Games by HeroCraft PC, the publisher with the latest touch and a women's perspective on marketing, as 100% of our marketing is made by dames. Damn, we do a full cycle of it, including PR, influencer marketing, event participation, or
getting in touch with our players, keeping our communities running, and gathering feedback.
We also create a wide variety of video content, such as shorts, trailers, streams, and specials as this piece.
And don't forget about user acquisition and analytics that are critical for game visibility on
Steam and other digital market platforms, including consoles.
we are really proud that we can bring all our passion and professional skills to make visible all those awesome women-made games such as Union of Gnomes, Welcome Bananas, and Catizens. And we are so proud of how we do it. We have awesome art department and great outsourcing specialists who help us to fill all the matters we need. And we are eager to find new cool games by enthusiastic ladies to make themselves heard. So
let's publish a game together!
Hello, Dames for Games! I'm Simone, co-founder and creative director at ign-live Games. Our newest game, Mitzi No, originated from a conversation that I had with my partner Joseph. And it all started with, wouldn't it be funny if... Mitzi No is a 2D puzzle game in which your lovely cat pushes all of your beautiful items off a table and you have to puzzle them back together. Since we are a super small team, I am basically in charge of all of the art. This includes designing all of the items, making animations, designing the UI, and even beautifying effects. With Mitzi No, we want to create a fun, cozy, and low-stakes puzzle experience. It's mainly a game for just de-stressing and winding down. Most of the puzzles can be solved by paying attention to the colors, patterns, and gradients, just like you would in a traditional jigsaw puzzle. However, for those who want a more challenging experience, we've also started creating monochrome puzzles, where you have to focus more on the shape of the puzzle pieces and how the silhouettes fit together. So if any of that sounds appealing to you, please wishlist the game on Steam and support us when it comes out. Thank you!
Hi there, my name is Ali and I'm one of the co-founders of Little Arrow Games and producer of Manita's Kitchen. As a producer, my role involves to keep everyone in synchronize, ensure everyone achieves their targets and deadlines, and of course make sure that everyone is on the same page through the development. And of course, one of the most important tasks, keep everyone alive and happy. But before we talk about our project, we need to discuss something first. Pizza. Which one is your favorite? My favorite is barbecue. It's just a classic, it works every time. Can you guess which will be our main character favorite pizza? Now let me introduce you to our latest creation, Manita's Kitchen. In this delightful cooking adventure, you'll step into the shoes of Trexito, a T-Rex with a passion for pizza. But there is a twist. Those tiny arms aren't exactly ideal for kneading pizza dough. That's where you come in. Assemble a team of dinosaurs with unique skills to form the ultimate kitchen brigade, all while navigating the challenges of running a restaurant under the eye of a rather grumpy and really tiny boss. But beware, the pressure of managing a restaurant can be overwhelming, especially for Trexito. Keep a close eye on their stress levels or they might just pass out. We have poured our hearts and souls into this wild and wacky project, and we hope you'll have as much fun playing and helping Trexito as we did bringing this crazy concept to life.
Hi, my name is Celia and I'm the lead 3D artist and community manager at Little Arrow Games, and my favorite pizza is the Bianca. It's a pleasure to be able to work with a team as diverse as ours, and to have been able to reflect that diversity in our dinosaurs. During the almost 2 years of development of Manita's Kitchen, we've encountered many problems and changes. It has been an experience in which we have learned a lot personally and professionally.
Hello, Dames for Games. My name is Michelle Franklin. I am the narrative designer on a game called Spaceboat. The Spaceboat. I also sing the theme song. I'm also the social media manager at Recombobulator Games, a company that focuses on games that have good old fun and that have very high accessibility. I've worked on and off in games since the Wii era, and I've done a lot of narratives for PC games, DS games. But today we're going to show you our latest trailer for Spaceboat, which you can wishlist right now on Steam. The demo is available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, so enjoy.
What is this? Is this me? Oh, my eyes are burning, you stupid bastard.
Welcome to the Jelly Shore Boardwalk.
Looks like it's time to suit up.
Thank you for choosing the Yellowfin Tuna Cab Company.
But what is narrative design? Let's take a second to talk about what narrative design is. Narrative design is not just game design, it's not just game writing, it's actually both. And in order to be a narrative designer, you should have some game design experience, and of course you should have some game writing experience. It's not only about writing characters or world building or designing systems that players are going to interact with. Narrative design is how players interact with the game as a whole. So your narrative and your story has to fit together with the game design. I got into narrative design because I'm a writer, and I actually was in game design first, and I gradually made the change from game design to narrative design because that's what I enjoyed more.
Straight to the fellow with a question mark over his head. Now why'd you go and do a thing like that?
Well, hello!
Are you a gelatonian?
Yeah, I sure am. I'm one of the 4 sentient species found in the gelatonian cluster of United Planets. I was born on Gelatnix 2, you see, but I moved to Gelatnix 4 when I was just a little gumdrop. I've been here ever since.
Hey! That's me! How is this possible? We're not you, we're us. Why do you follow us? Us? What do you mean, us? There are only 2 of us here, and you can't just run around looking like me.
Hey, is that my suitcase? Be more careful! Looks like someone wants a pizza to go.
Isn't this a bit overkill for rats?
Hello Dames for Games, I'm Shondine Yazzie Woodward. I'm a co-founder and art director at Subliminal Gaming, and we're working on Button City Soccer Days. Button City Soccer Days is our follow-up to the game Button City about cute animals playing soccer. You'll play an arcade-style soccer game with fun physics and follow the original Button City crew through a tournament arc. In the story mode, you'll plan your days between games, make new rivals and friends, and explore a diorama town. I worked on the art direction in the game. Even though the art style is low poly and looks simple, I put great care into enhancing the world with little details to bring the game to life. Things like the color palette for the world was carefully thought through, and small imperfections were introduced to the 3D models so they felt more organic. I hope you enjoy Button City Soccer Days.
My name is Valentina Haas, and I'm a 3D artist on Button City Soccer Days. Working on such a small team, the work I do changes frequently from week to week and even day to day. Sometimes I'll be making concept art, sometimes I'll be modeling soccer props, fields, and accessories, and sometimes I'll even be adding effects to juice up the soccer gameplay. And sometimes I get to make fun stuff like emotes and stickers for our Discord server as well. My biggest task on the game so far has definitely been designing and modeling the stadiums. Since these environments are so big and vast compared to the little diorama levels of Button City, trying to balance the level of detail while still maintaining a sense of scale and maintaining our cute low-poly art style has been an interesting challenge. I hope players who enjoyed Button City are excited to return to our little world and its characters with this new soccer twist.
And we're back. I did not share my taquitos I'm sorry, but they were quite delicious. If you were
I
watching
was waiting
the
for them to
showcase-
be delivered.
I'm
not gonna lie.
sorry. I'm so sorry. They were really, really good though. They're really good.
Jealous.
But I'm really excited because next up we have
can see it. I can see that you're like really, really hyped right now.
No. We have
You're
Karlach, like the one and only. We have Karlach coming up.
I'm sorry. Don't you mean Sam Béart?
No, I mean Karlach. We have Karlach coming on next from Baldur's Gate 3. Like my crush.
The actor Sam Béart. Like, okay. I mean, like,
I mean, like they're interchangeable at this point, aren't they? They're interchangeable at this point.
I mean, she's done a lot of. They've done a lot of things, right?
No. You're right. They have done a lot. They've done a ton. But the character that won my heart over is Karlach. Look, I did the same thing with the Jason Momoa movies. You know, the ones that he's in where he's like in the water. It's just like, where he's in water and he's like fighting like other fish and stuff. That Jason Momoa movie was dope. Okay. And the Karlach game is dope. So I'm really excited that we have Karlach on to talk with us today. But all jokes aside, Sam is an incredible actor. She's done so many things, and she's going to come on and talk to us about what she's done. We're actually going to take a time machine and go back in the past because you'll notice that we're wearing different clothes. So it's just because we're geniuses. And we took so we went to the back. Anyways, it was a full thing. It was a whole thing. It's sitting on my couch right now. It's actually really small. Okay. Anyways, guys, we're gonna jump into this interview. I know you're gonna enjoy it. They are incredible. Okay, so we'll see you after the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. I'm super excited because this is going to be our interview with the wonderful, the talented, the amazing Sam Béart. Thank you so much, Sam, for coming on and spending some time with us. Like, this is a dream come true, guys. Listen, I'm just going to tell you a little bit of the story, and I promise I'm not going to take up a ton of your time. So what had happened was we were at the DICE Awards, and she came up and she was talking. I think you were with someone. I can't remember who exactly you were with, but you were talking and they were like, yeah, like, this is the voice actor behind Karlach. And I lost my shit. Completely lost it. And and a friendship happened.
I will second that. I did witness this. I was a second witness. And I immediately was like, oh, jeez.
I can only apologize. Sorry.
Karlach is one of my favorite characters. Listen, as soon as I saw her, and this is just a random story, and I know I said I wasn't going to talk very much. I immediately thought, I was like, this voice actor is Black, because I feel like this is sister. Like, I feel this deep in my soul. And then when I saw you, I was still like, nah, I still feel it. She's still like.
Well, my mum's Jamaican, so
see,
it counts.
See, I knew it counts. It totally counts. Super side story, but I'm just saying, I felt like this connection to you.
Tyrell and Adonis also do pixel art and monster designs. Nathan, Joseph, and Victor, they do monster voices. And Lucas, along with the rest of us, we all do story and writing.
Alchemic Beast is a monster-taming RPG adventure set in our ever-expanding universe, the Celestial Tier. You play as Zeke, a guy who thinks he can tame the most unruly beasts there are and control them, but his pride takes a hit when he dies trying to tame a particularly dangerous one. Once discovered on a shore near Mizu Village, the main hub of the game, mad scientist Mione brings him back to life. In her lab, he spies all kinds of native creatures unnaturally mutated into weird, crazy versions of themselves. Excitement overcomes him as he thinks of ways to use them in combat, and she offers him one in exchange for bringing back data on its behavior out in the world. Zeke and the beast quickly grow a bond, and with tunnel vision, he aims to use the help of his new friend to capture the very creature that killed him.
We'd like to thank Dames for Games for giving us the opportunity to showcase our game Alchemic Beasts. If you'd like to follow the development, join us on Patreon. And don't forget to Alchemic Beasts on Steam.
I am excited to be working with my family on my first game, Alchemic Beasts, and I'm hoping it's something the world will enjoy.
Your tavern, The Wayfarer's Inn, is a place where you meet a cast of colourful adventurers. Mix magical drinks to help your patrons succeed on their quests. Listen to stories, gather rumours, and forge them into new quests. Explore the stories of more than 18 different characters that are visiting your tavern. Experience a game about found family, and with a lot of nerdy humour. Dive into a new fantasy world with a deep lore and a big mystery to uncover. Don't forget to pet your dragon familiar. They're doing such an amazing job slapping up all your mistakes. Tavern Talk, coming this June.
Welcome to Pixelia, where you can live your life the way you see fit. Shape your Pixelian's life with many interesting activities, such as reading a book, cooking, or painting. There are many job opportunities for you to explore, from waiting tables, to playing on a basketball team, or getting your hands dirty in the kitchen. If none of this is for you, strut your way to stardom under the spotlights, or strum your sweet guitar songs on the street. You have complete control over how your Pixelian will look, and how you want to decorate your space. With a variety of flooring, wallpaper, and furniture. The choice is yours.
I'm Fayan, also known as Mellowmix. I'm an artist and solo game developer from the Philippines. I've been a professional artist for about 15 years now, mostly working on fabric and wallpaper prints, as well as my own small, slow fashion brand. As an artist, I love creating my own little worlds. And game development is kind of the perfect medium for this, where I can use coding to make my art come to life. So last year, I started learning game development, and so far I've made a few tiny cozy games involving playing with kittens, gardening, and decorating. Right now I'm working on Air Garden. It's a cozy game where you grow plants and pop bubbles to clear away toxic air, slowly revealing the beautiful garden you've made. In Air Garden, some plants produce clean air, which you use to grow more plants. And some plants absorb toxic air, and some plants do both. Some plants have special effects, like boosting other plants. Plants also affect each other in different ways. They get a bonus from having just the right number of plants nearby, but they become unhappy if they get overcrowded. Plants also interact with the environment. Different types of soil affect plants in different ways, like making them grow faster or making them produce bubbles that you can pop to get more clean air. The early demo of Air Garden is up on itch.io, with over 7,000 browser plays so far. I made this game at a time when I needed something to cheer myself up, so I'm really happy to hear from players that it's been such a positive experience for them as well. Players have said things like it's very soothing, satisfying, and that it lowers blood pressure. Not a medical claim, but definitely highly encouraging feedback for me as I continue working on this game. You can find links to my games and socials at mellowminx.com. Thank you for watching, and thanks so much to Dames for Games for including me in this showcase.
We're back. We're back. Sorry. So that time I was in the DMs with somebody completely different, so don't worry. I was in the DMs with our next guest who's coming up, Vera Maloney, who is incredible, has done so many things and continues to do so many things in the industry. Listen, she's my spirit animal. She doesn't realize that, but she is my spirit animal. I want to be just
I
like
have
her.
admired Berta from afar for such a long time, so it is a great honor to have been able to to speak to her. I'm really excited about that.
So you guys, you don't even know, like, she's gonna drop some knowledge on y'all today, some knowledge bombs, and
Open up those ear holes.
Just listen, and be receptive of the messages, because it's so important, and she's gonna tell you why it's important. So stay tuned and check out this next interview with the amazing Vera.
I feel really grateful that women, and very specifically Black women, can feel seen, heard, and healed in my social spaces. And it just connects us.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We are here with our second interview, the beautiful, the illustrious Vera. She's done so much in the game industry and just for women in general, and we are going to jump right into it as she talks about how she is going to be continuing and moving her journey forward. She has some news for us, and I'm pretty excited to jump into that. And she told us a little bit about it before, but we wanted to save it so you guys could hear about it. So Vera, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do and your plans for the future.
My name is Vera Maloney, pronouns she, her, and my motto in life, for those that have known me, is that I'm all love with appropriate doses of rage.
I love that.
And it is, and I live at the intersection of love and rage. And so that is how I found myself co-founding the Gamers 4 years ago. And I think some of the things that people don't know is, like, being, I think, more prevalent, if you will, in the video game space. I've had a whole life and career around really just like liberatory practices, doing anti-racism work, anti-oppression work, doing education, like all of these things. And so where I find myself today is kind of this beautiful mashup of all of those things. And the other thing that I always share with people is, I don't know, I grew up not thinking you could be kind of what they call now a multi-hyphenate and just do a lot of things. And I'm the center of that, right? And so I've just been really fortunate to find people that have let me like kind of be myself as I figure out this path on the journey, which has led me here to this wonderful conversation today.
No, that's pretty incredible. And I never really thought about that, right? Because I think, like, growing up, we're kind of in the same kind of generation. Like, you get that one job and that's your career for your life, and then you retire from it. But things have changed so much, and I feel like we as women and women of color have to continue to fight for our place in spaces to be seen, heard, and respected, which is why we have the Gamers, which is why we have Dames for Games and all these other platforms. One of my questions is that as you're moving forward and you've started Gamers, it's been incredible. You have, do you guys still have the app? I think you created an app, and I got to be on Yeah, I got to test that out and be on the beta. I'm really shy, so I didn't talk as much as I should have. But that was really incredible. Tell me some of the things that you have planned for the future, because I know if the Verta I know has anything going on, you've got some big things going on.
I think that's awesome. I think that the funny thing about that is, like, I never think they're super big, so I just kind of, I try to just, I mean, honestly, just live in my truth and also find spaces that are going to honor that. And so I think when you're doing that, and I try to be like ever present, I think it's one thing to think about the past, to think about the future, but to be ever present. And so for me, the company I started called 45 Lemons about 7 years ago, officially, with my best friend in this universe and all others. We met, first day freshman year of college, and we've been together since.
Wow,
I love that.
Black woman who's like, she's from Ghana, and we just really clicked and connected a lot over this experience of, I'm first gen, so my family is not from the US, and so she was born in Ghana and came here at a young age, and we kind of really bonded over that. And I think that story is important because as women, as Black women, finding spaces where we can feel a certain level of like camaraderie with others, where we can have conversations that we don't have to have, if you know what I mean. You're in a space and you can like see something go down, you just give each other that look, and you're like, okay.
The look, it's the look. Right? That's all it takes.
Totally get it, and we get what we mean. And so for me, I am wanting to create more of those spaces where we can be together as Black people, as Black women, as Black, Indigenous, and folks of color, having these conversations about like kind of getting it. And particularly right now within, I think, gaming, tech, and all of the other worlds. And so my goal is to, one, help create and craft and share our stories in ways that are going to propel us forward. And that's where I'm kind of future thinking. I think that too often we get left in either the present moment or the past as women and as Black folks, even though we are literally the future. Like, I almost think like everyone is trying to be us or be like us or do what we do just by showing up. But while we're in that moment, it kind of doesn't feel like that until we're like, 7 steps ahead. And it's like, oh, now you like, my body is like the body that you want or that you want. But when I was living in it, y'all were like not trying to check for me. So I think it's one, like sharing and talking about those stories. I think it's also, as women in spaces that are typically male dominated, it's for me about not trying to become the beast that we intend to slay. Not trying to, because that's how we see it going. And so when you start a company, you start a new studio, you start a new this, there are some moments where I see us as women perpetuating the same oppressive states and ways of being that we were trying to escape. And so I want to create spaces and conversations where different industries, but we can come together and talk about how do we just not do that? Like, we just really have to stop. And I think it's going beyond just the basic conversation of diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm moving into what does it mean to create liberatory spaces where we can be liberated and free, lean into the joy that exists around being a Black woman, and at the same time acknowledging
existing.
You know,
and not feeling like a check mark or anything like that, and on a list.
And that we're not doing that. And so how do we like lean into that? And so I am going to be starting, and I have a name, but it's not like official yet, so I'm not going to share it yet, but like a subsidiary of my company, 45 Lemons, that's really like literally pro-Black, pro-woman, pro-tech, pro-gaming, like all of these things where we can come together. And what I'd love to see is how we have conversations across industries. I have worked in so many, right? So I was a school principal, I was in education, I was a teacher, I've coached leaders and other people that were doing startups. I've done my own startups, I've worked in nonprofit, I've worked in for-profit. And at the core of all of that was I was really mad about some of the stuff that was happening. And when I say that rage and I say it's appropriate, we should be angry. We should be angry that we don't see ourselves represented, and that other people should be angry about it too. We should not have to carry the torch of the anger about it, right? But what does it mean for all of us to see that and say it's not okay? And that at the other side is love. Like, I am like so I'm probably too nice. I just sometimes I'm like working on that, right? But I try not to take it as weakness. And that has been one of the things that I have like genuinely loved about being within the video game space. It's conversations like this. It's the fact that the gamers can exist, so can Dames for Games, so can anything that all of us decide to do in the future. It is abundant. There are abundant opportunities for all of us to kind of
And it all feeds into it too. It all feeds into it. And we have to give ourselves that, you know, I don't want to say the permission, because I feel like that's like, you know, somebody's giving me it, and that's what I'm saying. But it's like we have to give ourselves that agency to say that, like, it's all connected. It's okay. Like, it all works together. It all belongs together.
It all belongs together. And so I think that's what's exciting about it. And so yes, I'm going to start my own thing in this space that's really rooted in all the love and all the rage and what do we do about it, but bringing people together around that with all of the experience that I've had. And so I'm really genuinely excited about that. And I think it's really important to honor our journeys, because
absolutely,
they've been
the journey has been journeying. Okay, it's been right. But I think one of the incredible things about this is that you have been so successful, whether you see it or not and don't think it's a big thing. You have been so successful, and having women like you on the platform to talk about your successes is really important. And I love what you're trying to do, like where you create this space where we're allowed to talk about like our success and in our liberation. The reason why these things are so important is because it is the exception. And you hear people say, why do they have a Dames for Games? Or why do they have Black voices in gaming? Because it's the exception and it should be the norm. And we create these spaces so that you guys can realize, like, it should be the norm. Why do we have Stream for a Cause? Like, why are we focusing on these things? Because there's still politically a big issue. And just within our industry, just within corporate America, we are still hiding people, and that shouldn't be hidden. We're still not giving people their flowers that should be getting their flowers, because it takes all of us to make these things work. You have some very prominent people who are doing amazing things, and you've never even heard of them before, because we don't talk about them.
We don't talk about
and then they also need to justify. I think a lot of the time for us, we constantly need to justify why we're here. Do you know what I mean? And it's like the rest of our peers who are on the same level don't have to. And we have to work, you know, double, triple, quadruple hard in order to be like, no, I have my degrees, I have my years experience, you know, and so until we get to a point where that is not necessary, these spaces are necessary.
Exactly. And when we get to the place where they're not necessary, they're icing, right? It's beautiful to still have it. And I think that there was this thing I heard, and I can't remember where it was, but if you think of college courses and how like there's like the college curriculum and liberal arts, but all of the electives have to do with like, okay, you have to take an elective in order for it to be about like Black women. Right? Or in order for it to be a women's, like now they have like, yes, women's studies, things like that. But because there was a fight for that to even be studied, until we don't have to fight for those types of things to be just included as part of the general everything, that is why the spaces are necessary. And I think the other thing that's really important for people to understand is that we are not doing this so that people that are not Black won't have. We are not doing this so that men won't have. We are doing this because what people have to fully understand is that if you can and do liberate those that systems typically marginalize, everyone will be free. It's not about, right? Like everyone will have an opportunity. If within gaming, we don't have to always talk about how women are not represented in the ways that we want to, in the ways that are more, you know, various and diverse than what they are right now. Like when we get to a place where that's not the case, everyone is going to benefit. And I think it's often, right? Because you get to see this, you get to see like how, just like how beautifully diverse all of this is, and how knowing that and being a part of that really helps everyone. So I just feel like those are some of the things that I want to lean into. And I think it's going to take honest conversations like these. It's going to take creating spaces like this, because so often, I think Diana, you were saying this, that you won't know the story unless someone tells you sometimes.
Yeah.
And you just got to believe it when you hear it. Like, that's the other thing. Like, don't act like you're not telling the truth, okay? Like,
like for real.
No, that's incredible. And people just, you guys, you got to listen. You have to listen. Diversity is so beautiful.
It is.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, look at all the shades that we have on the screen right now. Diversity is so beautiful. Look at all of the incredible women you're going to see in the showcase, like doing their developer spotlights. Like, they're talented, they're amazing, they're intelligent, they're smart, and they are part of the industry. And it's not just in the gaming industry, guys. It's all over. We're just a very small part, but we're trying to make big changes all over because, like Diana said, it's all interconnected.
Yeah,
all of it.
You know what? And all of those women who are here, everyone who we're going to be seeing, that diversity deserves to be here. It deserves to be here, and it doesn't need to justify it. It deserves to be here.
And there's no justification. We get to be. And I think something that's really beautiful to experience at this moment, right, in 2024, is we are living at a time where young people are growing up with games in their hands. They're growing up with gamification just being something that's a part of their life. Yep. They're growing up at a time, and now we have so many Black, Indigenous, folks of color. We have queer folks. We have so many people that would not have had a seat or a table anywhere having them that we can learn from. That's like what's blowing my mind, right? Because when I think of when I was younger and like anything that you saw that was video games, right? But now it just wasn't us. And like that was a deliberate decision. And now we have a deliberate movement and a deliberate opportunity to see people in education, getting degrees, PhDs in education, content creators. Like I'm like blown away by this moment. And I'm just really excited to seize it while at the same time changing all the, I'm not going to curse, all of the, you know what I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all know. Y'all fill in the blank. Y'all fill in the blank.
We hear it. We hear it over here.
Oh my God, Vera, I love you, and I love that you came on to like talk with us and like share your story and kind of like your vision for what you want to see for the future. Because I think we can all agree here, we just want to be included because we deserve to be seen, heard, and respected, right? Yes. Like. And without us, you can't have some of these things. And come on. Exactly. And we shouldn't have to fight all the time. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, and I want to say thank you because creating these types of platforms are essential. And I think I'm just grateful to be part of it.
Aww. Stop it. Listen, when I started out quick, and then we're going to end. When I started out, like I saw what Game Hers was and I was like super excited. And then I saw Verda and I was like, oh my God. And this is when I was like doing a small little podcast about mental health and social justice. I was like, please come on to our show. I was doing everything to get her on the show and just talk to her because it's so nice to see someone who looks like you in a position of success. And it doesn't matter what race you are, what ethnicity you are, seeing people who look like you succeed is always a boon. You're proud, you're excited, you know what I mean? It's someone that you look up to. So I just want you to know I'm continuously looking up to you and what you do and what you create. And if anybody wants to follow up on you and learn more about what you're going to be doing in the future, what are your socials? Where can they find out more about Verda?
I mean, at Verda or at Vera Maloney in all the places. There are not that many of us in the world, so I'm going to be pretty easy to find. And 45lemons.com. And you can go there for like more updates on everything. So I look forward to continuing the conversation.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. Make sure you follow Verda. Make sure you follow what she's doing. And just really quick, even if you're not a woman of color, like, this isn't excluding you. We need all of us to make these things happen. That is why we create these spaces. And we also need men allies. So if you want to be supporter, please be supporter. Yeah, we're all working together. But we just want to take a moment to shine some light on some people who are doing some incredible things in the space because they deserve it. So thank you so much for interviewing us. And guys, well, not interviewing us, letting us interview you.
It was a collaborative effort.
It was. Teamwork, okay? Thanks so much. And guys, stay tuned because we have a whole bunch of trailers coming up next, and we have some more spotlights. We'll talk to you soon. See you in a bit. So, Diana, what did you think about that interview?
I am in awe. Honestly, my first word that like popped up into my brain, I was gonna say I'm gagged, but like I don't know if that's appropriate. I'm gagged. That's all I'm doing. It's like, excuse me, because I just, there is so much knowledge. There's so much knowledge dropping there. It's like, I said it in an interview. It's like we all rise together. We all need to rise together. We all need like these safe spaces in order to communicate with each other and to learn from each other and to grow, because we never stop growing. And just hearing her talk, it's just another interview that could have gone for an hour, and I just would have been like, yes, the whole time. Yes.
She's iconic, isn't she? I don't think she realizes it, but she is iconic. And the fact that she's done so much and she continues to do so much. She was a principal. She started an art school. Like,
yes.
She has done incredible things. And honestly, when you have someone who can come on and talk about their accomplishments while also saying, I still have room to grow. There's still so many more things I want to do. That is so awe-inspiring. And she's a busy woman.
Wonderful. My goodness. And I just think it's wonderful, and it's just like another lesson that shows us that not all of us have the same path. You don't need to be in this industry. You don't need to it's like programming. Programming is not the way into this industry. There's a lot of different ways into it. And there's a lot of things that we bring to it that makes this industry so interesting and so wonderful and so great. And I'm inspired. I'm ready. I'm ready to go march.
The people in the back. She said, I'm ready to march. I'm ready to march.
Yes, I'm being dramatic. I told you, I'm gagged. Like right now, I'm just like.
I know. I love that. I'm feeding off of your energy. But
I'm ready.
But I really hope you enjoyed that interview. Please make sure to keep up with Vera and follow her on all of her socials. She is an incredible person doing incredible things for all of us. And her overall message is that we, like Diana said, is that like if we work together, we can all rise together. There's room for everyone, and I love that. But okay, we do have some more for you guys to check out before we peace out of this joint. And don't forget to stay tuned, because Stream for a Cause is also going to have their showcase. And I hope you watch the Black Voices in Gaming showcase, because they also drop some knowledge bombs.
Girl,
there.
It's not a hope. They better watch Black Voices in Gaming. They better watch it.
You heard it here.
I said it.
I'm pointing here, but she's probably over here. I don't know where they're going to put the camera. Anyways, Diana said it, so listen to her. She's incredibly smart. And let's keep going, because after this, we're going to wrap up the show. But, guys, stay tuned. Okay? We're not done yet. I might order some more taquitos, and I'm about to slip back up into some DMs. So.
Oh, hold on a second.
I have to create the group. I'm gonna do that right now. I promise. I'm gonna do it
cut me out?
No, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys. See you in a bit.
Hi, I'm Leah at Mouthbottoms on all the socials, and I am a motion designer. I've been working in games for 4 years, but I've actually been doing motion design for over a decade at this point. As an only child with ADHD, I have spent so much time playing Harvest Moon on my GameCube that it's actually resulted in a real-life garden as an adult. So no one can say that I've never touched grass. As a lady who loves horror, puzzles, and incredible artwork, I'm very honored to get to introduce Indie.io. They've got a couple games coming out that are right up my alley, and I sure hope they're up yours too.
Hi Deans for Games, I'm Katie, Head of Marketing at Indie.io, formerly Freedom Games. I'm excited to be here today with two of my colleagues to talk to you about some of the upcoming games we're publishing. First up is Renaissance Kingdom Wars by Reverie World Studios. This game is a grand strategy RTS hybrid where players experience a unique blend of grand strategy on the world map and intense real-time battles on the ground. Lead your troops to victory and become a lord of a city as a reward, where you must manage the economy and carve a domain of your own. Next, we have Chronomon, developed by Stone Golem Studios. If you're a fan of monster tamers, farming sims, and pixel art, This game is tailor-made for you. Chronomon is a monster taming experience, but it incorporates beloved elements of simulation games such as farming, foraging, and cooking, creating a delightful blend of gameplay. Each playthrough is unique, thanks to branching storyline and choices that matter.
Hi, I'm Victoria, the QA manager here at Indie.io, and I wanted to tell you guys about 2 games that are coming up, which I'm really excited for. The first one is Everhome, which is a cute little game where Lily tries to find her sister in this strange world with strange people. I just really love the art style, and I love Lily even more. The second one is Immortal Hunters, where you play as a hero destined to fight off these terrible monsters in a world that is post-apocalyptic and controlled by the church. I just find it really cool, and it has amazing combat mechanics. I just really hope you love them as much as I do.
Hi, I'm Carrie King. I'm a game designer at indie.io, and I kind of wanted just to give y'all some insight on some upcoming titles we have that I'm really excited about. First is Hauntsville. It is a Western horror survival base building kind of game. You can do it alone or with friends on just building up your homestead in the Wild West while dealing with the horrors that haunt you. The other game that I'm really excited about is SCP Fragmented Minds. If you have any interest in the SCP franchise, definitely this is going to be one you have to check out. All I can really say is you will be quite immersed in the world, and especially Mars Site 113. So definitely go check the games out on Steam and give them a wish list.
Hello everyone, I'm Laura, co-founder of Party for Introverts, a London-based studio creating emotion-driven games. As a small team, my work at Party for Introverts includes serving as art director, producer, animator, and editor. Coming from a theater background, I especially love focusing on story and character development, creating worlds and experiences that resonate with the player. As such, I also serve as voice actor of the protagonists in our upcoming project, Cabernet. Cabernet is a 2D narrative RPG set in a 19th century Eastern European-inspired world with a modern twist. You play as Lisa, a young doctor in training turned vampire. In Cabernet, you must navigate your bloodlust and the choices of eternal life, uniquely confronting themes of alcoholism, corruption, and social conflict. Shift into a bat, hypnotize your meal, or become invisible. Battle your hunger and morality, deciding whether you'll drink just enough to survive or become consumed by the thrill of the hunt. If a taste of the vampiric life sounds appetizing to you, you can wishlist Cabernet now on Steam, as well as play our demo for a limited time. Many thanks to Dames for Games for shining a spotlight on so many incredible female-led games, and including Cabernet in this wonderful community. I hope you'll join me on Lisa's journey.
Hi Dames for Games, I'm Rita, a co-founder of Finchbird Studio as well as founder of Critical Reflex. So I'm here to talk about Freak Sleephead, that also happens to combine my 2 favorite things. So back when I was very young, I was fond of animation and games, and here I am working on my dream project that combines anime and dungeon crawling. In this game, you get to meet an amazing and colorful cast of characters, as well as explore all of the 9 circles of hell, hoping to have some good time. Surprisingly enough, despite some characters might look like. It's a female-only team that's main goal is to really make sure that these characters are just like us, are just like girls in real life, and not something that is artificially created just to cater the dating audience. My narrative squad, my girls Anna, Yana, and Marie, are working every day to create all of those hundreds of story events that all of you will get to enjoy once the game is out. For the game, we have incorporated a lot of the rhythm-based mechanics to make sure that you're having a very fresh and fun experience. As I said, the game is combining a lot of genres together, and I'm so happy to have Anna on our board to help us with making sure those are both fun and that they are very unique. Thank you for having us here by Dames for Games. I am so happy to be able to talk about my favorite things.
Hi, I'm Charlotta. I'm one of the co-founders of the Swedish-based indie game studio Magnetic Lake. We are a developer duo currently making the game Paris, Transylvania. It's a vampire-slaying pachinko roguelike deck builder. We have combined elements we love from card games, roguelikes, and pig poppers to make the most fun and exciting deck builder that we can. In this game, you play as the cake-loving last queen of France, Marie Antoinette. As she escapes the guillotine in Paris, she flees, takes the wrong turn, and ends up in gloomy Transylvania. There she must battle the noble, wicked vampire clans that rule that world in order to free the people and become a hero. In my work, I'm all about storytelling and bringing exciting content, characters, and worlds to life. As a passionate gamer, this has been a dream of mine, and I'm really happy to be able to work in this industry. I also have a really soft spot for female heroes. I'm really happy to be able to bring her into this game. The game is available to play on Steam, and it plays fantastically, even though it's still a demo. If you want to share any feedback, ideas, please join our Discord. We would really love that. I also want to thank Dames for Games for including us and creating this space, and for celebrating women in games. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Well, guys and gals, it's that time. And you know what? We never really say goodbye, because what I've said before is what I'm going to keep saying. We're going to be back, and it's going to be bigger, and it's going to be better, and we're just going to keep growing. But before I do say goodbye, and before Diana says goodbye, we want to give a shout out again to all of those who have helped us: Twitch, Steam, IGN, GameSpot, and to those amazing people who keep throwing all their money on us: HeroCraft, Indie.io. Yeah. Thank you so much, because without your support, without your help, we wouldn't be able to accomplish what we're doing. And to all of the other organizations out there who are creating spaces so people can feel seen and heard and feel respected in their own right. Huge shout out to Black Voices in Gaming, who has continued to uplift Black voices in the community. Huge shout out to Stream for a Cause, who we actually partnered with to do a scholarship, who continues to strive and uplift voices in the LGBTQ+ community, and everyone else out there doing the incredible work. Because listen, we don't all get paid for this, but we do it because we're passionate about it, and it's really, really important to us. So thank you. I appreciate you. My name is Destiny, if you didn't know, and I'm the creator of Dames for Games, and I do a lot of other things in the industry, and you can find me at DMVC32 pretty much anywhere, and if you find me on other platforms, keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself. I'm talking Instagram and Facebook. What are you thinking, Diana?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so, and I'm Diana. Anyway, I'm Diana, and you can find me at girlpantsgr on Twitter, because it's always going to be Twitter and it'll never be X.
Always Twitter.
And then you could just go to my link tree right there, and then there's all my links right there. So wait, are we gonna put that right then?
We're gonna put it down here.
Can we can we have sparkles on it? Like,
I mean, I'll see if we can do sparkles. Right now we have stars and planets. She's asking for a lot. She's asking for a lot.
I'm doing it.
Oh, this is the sparkles. This is us doing the sparkles.
I'm doing it right here.
All right, guys. So that's it. That's the end of the show for now. But stay tuned, because we plan on doing some incredible things the rest of the year. And I forgot to drop this in, but I think this is the perfect thing, because I'm leaving the best for last. Go check out the Steam event, because all of the developers that we had on today's showcase, if they have a game on Steam, it is there. Go wishlist it. It's so important for them. It really helps them, you know, that conversion rate, those sales, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to make millionaires here, you know what I mean?
We gotta help people. We gotta help you. Wishlist
those games. Wishlist those games.
And there are so many fantastic games too. Can we talk about that for just like a hot second?
No, we can't. We absolutely can. There were a ton of fantastic games. A ton of incredible developers came on to showcase their work in it, and you know what? I'm just so proud of us. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of Mary. You don't see Mary, but Mary's in the background doing her thing.
Yes,
I don't say much about Mary, but she's incredible. She's probably going to cut this out. Hopefully she doesn't, but Mary has done such incredible things. And I also want to give a shout out to the Dames for Games team. All of you who help kind of keep me going when I get really tired. Thank you. You continue to be pillars of support. So thank you, Diana.
Thank you. I mean, in a years and a half of strife and turmoil in this industry, it is so
wonderful
to see the potential and the future with everyone who we spoke to in the interviews, everyone who you know showcased their games. This is the light that we need right now, and like I said in the beginning, I am so honored to be here, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being a friend. Ooh, 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 yeah. No. Okay, credits roll. Sorry. Take off the wig.
I just like, you gotta keep it. Okay.
All right, guys. See you later. Love you.
Thank y'all.
Thanks for all your support.
Thank you. Now, when are you gonna send me those taquitos? I'm still waiting for
what? Oh, the DMs. I'm doing it right now.
Have you still not added me to the chat? What is wrong with you? Don't cut for time. Hold on a second. Don't cut us out.